How's it going, guys? It's Lark from Wellington here. Today I want to go through some of my top picks or top coins that I'm keeping an eye on and why. Now there are a lot of coins outside of my top 10 list that we're going to be discussing here today. Other coins that I hold that I'm super excited about, like NEO. I didn't put NEO on the list, although there's a lot of exciting stuff going on with NEO. We're looking at some other coins a bit farther down the list. NEO gets plenty of press, so don't think it's missing out by any means. Now, before we get into all those different picks and what's going on with them, we have to give a quick shout out to everyone who has been hitting that like button, and of course everybody who is subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe button's right down there, guys. Thank you so much to everyone, of course, who is continuing to support the channel. The old subscribers, the new subscribers, welcome very much. I'm so happy to have all of you here, on this amazing crypto journey with me as we go through, the ups and downs of the market and find all this amazing new technology. It's awesome, guys. If you want to support me over on Patreon, that's super cool. If you want to follow me along on steemit.com, well, that's cool too. And of course, guys, not professional financial advice. That's a quick disclaimer for you. Let's get into it. Now, the first one we have to talk about, of course, NEM. NEM is at 3,782 Satoshis today. Now look, it's in the green, sure, but look how far down it is. Only back in August, NEM was trading for almost 9,000 Satoshis, so it's nearly at a third of its value at the moment. NEM seems to be resilient to good news because the team has been doing amazing things. We've had ICOs coming out under NEM and all kinds of things. It's an amazing blockchain. And the price is really, really good right now, guys. Definitely want to keep an eye out for it. And most excitingly, and this is a good reason to look at NEM now and not in a month or two, NEM Catapult is on the way. Now, they've been planning this for a long time, and it keeps getting extended and extended. And we don't know exactly what is going on with the development, obviously. They're kind of keeping it a secret until they release it and we see what the final version is going to look like. The projection is for 4,000 transactions a minute, all on chain. Now that is, of course, way less than Ethereum will be able to do with Raiden, doing 1 million transactions per second in a few years. Even Vitalik himself has come out and said that it's going to be a few years before we even get up to a few 100,000 transactions per second. So NEM is a bit ahead of the game in this respect, if, of course, they can actually get Catapult out in the near future. Projections are for November sometime, but that date has been pushed back quite a few times, so do keep an eye on it. NEM's a great buy at this super low price at the moment. Next up, Stratis. Now, Stratis has recovered a bit of its price from the other day. We were talking about Stratis when it was here at 48,000 Satoshi the other day. Say, wow, what a great buy. I got some around 52,000 or somewhere around there, which is pretty good, but definitely a lot of potential still for Stratis. If you look at Stratis and go, man, I missed the Stratis boat, it's not too late for Stratis by any means. They are just getting started. Now look, Stratis hasn't had as big of a pullback as some projects necessarily, although if you look all the way back to August, we have 225,000 Satoshi, and you look at today, 65,000 Satoshi makes it a damn steal at that price, considering the potential that Stratis has to move back up. If, of course, we can see that nice Satoshi value up at 160, 150, 200, pretty impressive stuff right there. And I think Stratis is going to be able to do it. The Breeze wallet beta release has just come out a couple of days ago. Now that may not be responsible for the price action. Stratis is also just listed on Upbit, which is a Korean exchange. That may be partially responsible for what we're seeing here. However, the Breeze wallet release is great. Masternodes on the way. The Breeze wallet, by the way, has got the privacy protocol, so it's got a tumbler for transactions, and ICOs are going to be coming to Stratis. definitely one to keep an eye on here, guys. And at the price that it's at currently, absolute steal still for Stratis. But you gotta hold on to it. You gotta hold on to it. But we could see some real growth on the Stratis platform when they come out and say, hey, by the way, here's our ICO or ICOs, and you gotta pay for them using Stratis. Could see some real upward growth on that. Komodo is the next one on the list here. Komodo trading at 33,820 Satoshi at the moment, which is way down on even about a month ago when we saw it up around 50,000 Satoshis quite easily. And we saw a lot of excitement around Komodo when they came out with their new website, basically, or there was talk of an exciting announcement. The announcement was, hey, we're going to have a new website. It's taking a month for them to get that new website going, but nevertheless, it's still not up. But the more exciting thing that probably came out of that announcement, and the market cooled off a lot. You know how we goes the hype. In goes the hype, news, and down it goes. Pretty normal stuff. But there's some more hype coming because two very important things coming with Komodo. The Monese ICO is coming up. We'll be talking about this in the next week or two. The Monese ICO is on the way, which is, you know, it's the first decentralized ICO happening. It's Komodo platform's first ICO. I think it'll cause a lot of excitement around Komodo. It's going to cause a lot of probably price action in Komodo in that short term, but also long term will give really great value to the Komodo platform. And they've got the Agama wallet, which is in preparation of its final release now. It's not finished yet, but when the Agama wallet comes out, it's going to allow you to do trades straight from the wallet. So you'll be able to switch Komodo for Litecoin, Litecoin for Dogecoin, Dogecoin for Bitcoin, straight out of your wallet. That's going to be awesome. Komodo is, in a lot of ways, way ahead of the pack on development for this kind of stuff, so definitely one to keep your eye on if you haven't had your eye on it yet. MetalPay, or the OmiseGO of America, as some people like to call it. And it's not too far off. MetalPay is offering some very fantastic things in terms of a package. Now, it's at 146,000 Satoshi at the moment. It has seen some growth. You know, I missed out on buying it the other day when it was down at 100,000 Satoshi, unfortunately, but I'm not worried. I will buy into it very soon here. And you can see recent highs have been up as high as 290,000 Satoshi. So we are currently at about 50% exactly pullback on MetalPay, and I think it's got massive room to go up here. If you haven't looked into MetalPay yet, low circulating supply at the moment. Total supply will take a long time to come out. And they've got stickers! Stickers! I want the bear sticker. I want the bear sticker. No, so seriously guys, though, they got stickers. That's awesome. Okay guys, seriously, more exciting than stickers though, we have got the MetalPay wallet coming really soon. And that is really exciting. Now it's the 25th of October today. If you're seeing this video in a few weeks, the MetalPay wallet is going to be released coming up on the 30th of October. Very exciting. Now this is the official alpha release. Obviously, you know, it's still early days for the wallet, but nevertheless, it's looking pretty smooth. It's looking pretty smooth here, so be really excited to see this going forward, to see this working well. So very nice. And of course, this release will include full ledger wallet support. Fantastic. Really good stuff. So keep an eye out for MetalPay. Of course, some short-term growth really possible here, but long-term growth, it is super undervalued at a market cap of only $150 million. Could easily be a $1 billion plus company within the next 6 months. So keep an eye out, guys. Moving on to Nexus. Nexus has seen, you know, a lot of ups and downs in the past few months. We did have this real surge of excitement around the Aspen conference. And that's what we saw here when we got around sort of 318 US, of course, 78,000 Satoshis. Now we've gone down a third in value. We're now at 23,000 Satoshis for Nexus. Makes it a really, really good one to watch out here for, guys. Big upward potential in this, $67 million market cap at the moment. Multi-dimensional blockchain, mind-blowing idea, and they're going to put satellites into space sometime next year. The exact dates have not been confirmed, but very, very, very exciting stuff. So definitely want to keep an eye on. Now, everyone's been talking about Neblio a lot recently, and of course, I think it deserves the hype that it's been getting, even though Neblio hasn't proven themselves yet in the same way that Stratis has. Stratis is way ahead of the game compared to Neblio, but Neblio will be a big competitor in that space. And if we look at Stratis, for example, real quick, Stratis, $375 million market cap, Neblio, $65 million market cap. To be at the same level as Stratis, they require another 300 million, and of course Stratis is about massively down on its previous values. So definitely one to keep an eye on here. Neblio, I know it's at its near all-time high right now. We might see some decent pullbacks on it, but it has a massive upward potential still. So definitely one to keep an eye on Neblio. Don't count it out of the game by any means. You know, if you do see a decent pullback on it, look to get into a price around sort of 60 to 70,000 Satoshi. But we may not see very, very big pullbacks on Neblio as it continues its rise upward. So something to keep in mind. And of course, if you're looking at Neblio, you might think, well, what's the reason to get Neblio? Obviously, it's looking to do similar things that Stratis is looking to do, but this is a little bit of a longer term hold. And although we might see a lot of value come through in the near future for Neblio, you know, it might be a $10, $15 coin in the next 2 months. Very, very possible. You gotta hold on to your Neblio at least until mid-year next year, preferably later. This is one that's really great. Pick up now, hold on to it for a year. Hold on to it for a year, guys, because that is when the real value of Neblio is gonna come out. Anything now is just speculative, people getting excited about it. But this is one to hold on for longer term. Speaking of highly undervalued projects, Sonam. Now, we've been talking a lot about Sonam on the channel. Global supercomputer of the future. Now look, Sonam is just crazily undervalued at the moment. 2,000 Satoshis per Sonam. Roadmap update has just been put out. We're seeing a lot of course, you know, intensified focus on what they want to do, offering infrastructure as a service, offering platform as a service, and moving forward with all kinds of different ideas, so, you know, from marketplace to buy and sell resources, web hosting, etc., etc. So really so much to come from the guys over at Sonam, and stupidly undervalued at the moment at $41 million market cap. So definitely want to keep an eye out for here. Definitely. Nav Coin has seen a rough couple of weeks recently. Currently we are at 14,822 Satoshis, which is not too bad, keeping a decent 24-hour volume, $50 million market cap currently. But if you see here, only a couple months ago we had all this excitement around Nav Coin. Now, if we go back as far as, for example, September, we had this huge run up on it. Nav Coin got all the way up to about 35,000 Satoshi, which of course is more than double what it is currently sitting at. Nav, of course, a lot of news coming up. Anonymous dApps are still under development, but do keep an eye for those coming out. Now, obviously, this is in their 2017 lineup, so whether they'll get that done by the end of the year or not remains to be seen. Nevertheless, definitely a project to keep an eye on. It is quite undervalued, and there's been some really good dips where you can pick up Nav for, you know, really cheap prices, around only 10,000 Satoshi, for example. So you may see a few dips, but that news will be coming soon. Polymorph and Anonymous dApps are underway. OmiseGO. You might think, well, hey, wait a second, Lark. OmiseGO is worth all kinds of money and has seen a massive value increase, and that's true. But OmiseGO still has huge upside potential. Look where OmiseGO is at the moment. Now, we've seen a little bit of a recovery in the past few days, and that's great. We're up at about 146,000 Satoshi. But if we go back over here and look, it's almost at exactly 50% pullback at the moment, guys. We're up closer to 300,000 Satoshi at its all-time highs. And to be honest, even at that price, it was crazily undervalued, to be honest. So this is a fairly recent article from a little while ago, but the OmiseGO strategy, what they're looking at doing, what they're trying to do, and honestly, they're still so early days. You know, the payment layer, the decentralized exchange, decentralized cash in, cash out touch points, having big focuses currently on Thailand. They've got some strategic partnerships with banks in Thailand, with the Ministry of Finance. They're working with a lot of different payment partners in Southeast Asia, in Thailand in particular, as well as in Japan. Really, really, really big stuff. So OmiseGO currently still a steal at these prices. Definitely one to keep an eye on. If you haven't started getting into OmiseGO yet, keep your eyes on this one, guys. It will definitely be big. And a final mention here is Pivx. Now, we all know how incredibly popular privacy coins have been recently, and Pivx is a nice privacy coin. It delivers on all the fun things. Now, it did have a little bit of drama with its wallet release in sort of the transition to the Zero Coin protocol. That's all been fixed. Moving forward now, I think we will continue to see steady forward growth in Pivx. 62,000 Satoshis at the moment, which is, you know, a decent pullback on its sort of recent highs around the 85,000 Satoshi mark, but definitely want to keep an eye on. And of course, nice staking potential as well, 5% per year. Now, you might think, gosh, Lark, there are so many things you didn't talk about. Well, can we give Bitcoin an honorable mention? Because Bitcoin, you know, quite possibly will be $7,000, $8,000 by the end of the year, $25,000, $30,000 by the end of next year. I think that deserves an honorable mention. Of course, Litecoin as well, if Charlie Lee follows through on his vision of bringing a privacy feature to Litecoin. Whole next level game. Obviously, Neo's awesome. Cardano's super early days. And down our list of all of our fun projects that we absolutely love so much, Lisk and Waves and Arc and Steam. So many amazing projects out there to choose from. We're spoiled in the crypto space here. But these are just some that I wanted to go through today to give you an idea of, you know, if you don't, go and check out these projects, that's fine. But it gives you something to think about when you're looking at, well, what should I get into this project or not? You know, what have they got coming up? What exciting things are they doing? What problems are they trying to solve? Where are they going moving forward? What kind of business are they getting? All things to think about, of course. But these are just some of the projects that I'm personally excited about and, you know, keep an eye on. Keep an eye on. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.